My mother thought that it was very important to teach the Holocaust to young people because she felt that history seems to continue to repeat itself. And by starting with young people, she could teach how important it is for human beings to take care of each other.
We're standing here at the site of Flora M. Singer Elementary School. It's opening this August 2012. Flora M. Singer, she was a remarkable human being. She dedicated her life to teaching and educating others.
So now in Denver, please welcome Flora Singer.
What else is there to do if one person can't help another?
You need other people and other people need you. And whether those people are Jews or Christians or Muslims or whatever.
And because of my story, I have retained great hope in humanity.
This is the story of the remarkable life of Flora M. Singer.
My mother was born in Antwerp, Belgium on August 16th, 1930. My mother was always an avid reader, and she loved school, and she really valued education.
Flora's education and childhood came to a frightening end in May of 1940 as the horrors of World War II entered Belgium and the Nazis began rounding up Jewish families like Flora's. To escape the concentration camps, for 5 years Flora and her family went into hiding, aided by the heroic deeds of Franciscan monk Father Bruno and others.
I knew that you're not supposed to lie, that lying is a very bad thing. But since there were very bad people who wanted to hurt me because I was Jewish, I had to lie and pretend I was not Jewish. I lived in very great fear.
They ended up staying in fields, barns, different convents. The one event that she relayed to me was that the Nazis were coming and they had knocked on the entrance to the convent, and the Mother Superior rushed them down to the cellar where they would store the fruits and vegetables. And the Nazis would come down with their bayonets and poke around the bags, and they had to keep absolutely quiet. And because of the people that came to her rescue, her family's rescue, and put their own lives in danger to save 3 little girls that they didn't even know, she felt strongly that even in the midst of one of the darkest periods of human history, in the midst of evil, there is goodness.
After the war, Flora and her family reunited as they immigrated to the United States. Flora quickly learned the English language and went off to work to help support her family. Several years later, Flora met and married her husband, Jack Singer.
Well, she was a very remarkable woman. She was a woman of valor. Anyone that she touched or came in contact with never forgot her.
They had 2 children, a boy and a girl. Flora gave her children all the opportunities for learning that were taken away from her. As her children grew, Flora decided to pursue her dream of attaining a college education. She earned a master's degree in French language literature from the University of Maryland and began her 14-year career with Montgomery County Public Schools teaching French and German languages.
Flora had an uncanny ability to connect with people, especially children. So she was at the University of Maryland one afternoon, and she had completed her classes for the day and walked back to her car, and she saw a flyer on her windshield that was denying the Holocaust. My mother said that she, felt a cold chill down her spine when she saw that.
This was a turning point for Flora, who then dedicated her life to teach the world about the Holocaust.
And she felt it was very important to keep that memory alive and to let people know that it did happen, that she had lost family and she had lost friends.
To ensure that the history of the Holocaust would never be forgotten, Miss Singer collaborated with many survivors, to include Nesse, Godin, a survivor of the Nazi concentration camps.
It's not easy. It's not easy to open your heart and your soul and think and share things what happened to your own family. Flora and I felt that the world needs to know, not just from people that were killed or survived the terrible camps, but also how children were saved. And we dedicated ourselves to teach the world and to remember those that perished. Flora and I, we were went on behalf of the Holocaust Museum all over the country.
Flora traveled the country speaking about her journey. She appeared on TV and in documentaries sharing her story. Flora also worked with the Montgomery College Humanities Institute to promote racial tolerance and understanding.
My mother spoke with two other teachers, Sue Chotel and Bob Hines, and the three of them worked together to develop an accredited course on teaching the Holocaust to Montgomery County teachers so that they in turn can teach the subject of the Holocaust to high school students.
The focus of the course was to make teachers comfortable with the content and the kinds of questions that students might ask. I believe that we were one of the first, if not the first, school systems to offer a Holocaust program, and Flora was an integral part of starting that program.
At the urging of two elementary school children who heard her speak, Miss Singer penned her memoirs in a book titled Flora, I Was But a Child. Her goal, to instill in children of all ages the importance of human compassion and tolerance.
So with no further ado, we've had a motion, we've had a second. All those in favor of naming Down County Consortium School Flora M. Singer Elementary School, it is unanimous. And hopefully there'll be many generations of students who will say, well, who was Flora M. Singer? And that lesson will touch them and inspire them and guide them on their way.
My hope is that the students here will learn about the power of living a positive life, even in the face of horrific circumstances, and that's what Flora Singer did.
Because not only honoring Flora, you're not only recognizing the Holocaust, but you're also honoring all teachers of Montgomery County.
It's also the first time a public school in the United States is being named after a Holocaust survivor. It will carry on Flora's legacy of kindness and human tolerance.
The impact that she made on the entire world, that's what I'm most proud of.
I loved Flora because she was a wonderful human being, and that is the most important.